How are you coin collectors out there, and welcome to the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we're going to take a look at two Canadian 1-cent coins, one from 1956 and the other from 1957. And in general, you're not going to find much value in a 1956 or 1957 Canadian 1-cent coin, but there are a couple of different identified varieties, including a real fun one um, from the 1957, which I haven't seen in person, but which Coins in Canada list as one which is 10% off in its rotation. So, in other words, if you flip the coin from side to side, as if 1957, if you flip it over, directly over, you start on this side, she's straight up and down, you flip it over to the other side, and it's at an angle like this, about 10% off, maybe like that. So that's really weird, and I'd like to see that coin in person, but I've seen pictures of it, but you really can't tell by the pictures because pictures can be so manipulated, and it's hard. You can't get a picture of both sides at the same time very well. So um, you'd have to actually have it in hand and look at it, I think. Anyways, there are a number of varieties, so let's kind of talk over what they are. For the 1956, most of them have to do with that thing we've heard before, where they call it the hanging six or the hanging number, where you get a little bit of lineage in here between the maple leaves or maple sprig and the numbers. And this one, for all I know, this might have it, but it gets so kind of worn in there that you can't tell it. But it's kind of it's like a little line that goes through there that looks like it's hanging down. If you look at this, it looks like there might be a line that's hanging down, but I think it's just a wear pattern on this one. Um, and we notice it says 1 cent at the top. There's the maple sprig with a little bud there, 1956 Canada. We see the KG here for George Kruger Gray, who designed or engraved these coins. These coins are both 98% copper, 0.5% tin, and 1.5% zinc. In 1956, they made 78.685 million of these. And the big recognized one is the hanging six. Again, it has the denticles around the outside, it has a smooth edge, and of course on the front or obverse, it has Queen Elizabeth II by the grace of God. Elizabeth II by the grace of God, Queen. One of the other varieties has a die chip above the B in Elizabeth, but again, with the wear on these coins, I couldn't tell you if it had it or not. And we don't clean these coins because it really ruins them. I guess we could clean them and see if they had the die chip, and then they wouldn't be worth much even with the die chip having been cleaned, probably. So this is a 1957, pretty much the same thing. It is, when we look at it, there's another one of these with the hanging 7 variety. So there's a little bit of material in here that looks like it's attaching the 7 to the maple sprig. There's and this is of course the one that has the 10% rotation one on it too. And there's a couple others. There's a great one. If you want to look at coins in Canada, there's one that they call a rippled coin, and it has all these little pock marks on it. It looks like ripples of water going across the coin, and it's just a beauty. And that's on a Coins and Canada website, and it's put there by I'm not even sure who put it up because they didn't put their screen name down. But if you look at it, it looks just like a pockmarked kind of coin, and it's very cool. So take a look for that one too. But other than that, we're not going to see a lot of value in these coins. They're probably worth 3 or 4 cents US each, unless there's some kind of doubling up or something else on them. They made 100 million 600,000 of these coins. So both of these coins were high mintages, and both of them you should be able to find around. And many of them you can find in better condition than these two that we collected through pocket change over the years. All right. That's all we have today from our DC Coin World International Coin channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel and leave any comments you might have in the comments section.